And we are back for more fun with grammar. I'm so happy you're here. Let's learn a little bit about introductory commas. Remember when we talked about grammar before and commas a while back where I said there's some of those where you'll have that natural pause. Those are kind of the most difficult ones. That's when I talk about introductory commas. So let's grab our notes. Let's get our pencils moving. Let's pick a really fun color today to make us happy. Let's not just do boring pencil. Introductory commas, those are what goes first, okay, where that natural pause is. This can be either words or phrases or even dependent clauses, which we'll get into in just a second. But it's before your independent clause, that sentence that can stand alone, don't need no man, right? Where there's a subject, verb, and complete thought. So, a couple of examples. This one is just the word. Yet, why would anyone want to post themselves rapping if they can't keep a beat? I'm talking about the Island Boys. Or a phrase. On the other hand, I think I'm the best rapper around. So true. So those are just words or phrases. Or we can go with dependent clauses. While, remember, those are the trigger words, subordinating conjunctions. While the class was sleeping, Miss Mangold drank all their Starbucks, which I would do. I'm not above it. So, while the class was sleeping, that's your dependent clause. Cannot stand alone. Miss Mangold drank all their Starbucks. That is an independent clause. Got it? Amazing. So here's some formulas to help you out later on. Dependent intro, okay, or the intro words in your independent clause, there's going to have a comma there. However, if you flip it and you have your independent clause first and then your dependent, you don't need a comma. Remember that later for our example. If I'm combining two independent clauses, I would use a coordinating conjunction, that fanboy, okay, comma, fanboy. But same rules apply. Remember when we talked about the types of sentences for compound and complex? So if I have a complex sentence and a compound, I would have that dependent clause, comma, independent, comma, fanboy, independent. I could just keep going for days. Confused yet? Ah, geniuses you are. So I want us to break down real quick because we've talked about these a few times and I don't want you to get them confused. Coordinating conjunctions, the CCs, that's your fanboys, coordinates ideas together, connects to independent clauses with your comma fanboy. And then subordinating conjunction, okay? Those subordinating conjunctions, SCs, are those trigger words for what's triggering a dependent clause, all right? Swabby is what people use for it now because it's a few of them, the most common subordinating conjunctions, which is since, when, after, because, if might be important later. Those are the trigger words where you're like, oh, it's a dependent clause, okay? So it marks that. Sentence checks, fanboys, okay? Make sure you're checking yourself. Two independent clauses, can you read them aloud and they make sense? Is there that subject, verb, and complete thought? Or is that a swabby to at the beginning? So those will help you out. All right. Time out, pause, let's practice. I want you to take these two sentences, write them down, and put where the comma, if there is one, where it should go. Go. Did you do it? Of course you did, because you would never disobey me, and I know that. You're great students. Let's check them. Did you get it right? First one, if I hear about commas one more time, natural pause, dependence, I might go into a coma. There's a swabby. If, that's the I of the swabby. If I hear about commas one more time, natural pause, I might go into a coma. Independent. Second one, you don't need a comma, all right? Because we switched the independent and dependent clause. Snow is great. That is your independent clause. It makes the world look pretty, okay? So we switch those. We have that because we don't need that comma. We switched them up. So hopefully you got that right. And also both these are complex sentences. They both have that dependent and independent clause. Just a little bit of a review. simple sentences, no comma. Miss Mangle drink coffee, students drink coffee. K, one independent clause, nothing else. Compound, comma conjunction. Between the independent clauses, complex, independent, dependent. Just a brief review. All right, keep killing it. Let's do some no red ink. Let's do a grammar check. You guys are freaking geniuses. So proud of you. And I will catch you next time for more fun and amazing grammar.